Hello Year 3, Mr. Smith here again with another RE lesson, and as promised today we are going to be creating our own Islamic tile pattern. So first thing I want you to look at is in these different patterns on your screen right now, what different shapes can you see? I'll tell you a couple that I can see. I can see in the bottom right hand corner I can see a hexagon, and that's surrounded by sort of strange long hexagon shapes. I can see stars, I can see crosses, I can see circles, I can see squares, I can see more hexagons. So these are some shapes that I would like you to think about how we're going to use these in our repeating patterns. And you can come back to this in the video, and you can come back to this page and have a look at this for some inspiration. Now, this pattern that you've got here, I want you to look and see how is it symmetrical. I wonder if you can tell me first, before we go any further, what does symmetrical mean? So symmetrical means that something reflects perfectly on either side of a line. So for example, a square would be symmetrical because you can fold a square in half and it is exactly the same on either side. And this pattern you can see here, this is symmetrical as well. Oh good, I want my laser pointer. This is symmetrical. So this is a line of symmetry here, and on one side you've got a star, on the other side exactly a star. So it's reflected across the line of symmetry. Hopefully you've done this in maths and this is ringing some bells for you. At the centre you can see this side has two of these kind of odd triangles. Two here, two here, two here. So it's reflected across these lines. So when we draw something in this box, say we were going to add to this, if we were going to add a poorly drawn cross there, we would have to go over here and draw a poorly drawn cross, and we'd have to go over here and draw a cross, and over here and draw a cross. And if we were going to colour in this here red, right, imagine I've coloured that in better than I have, then we'd have to colour in this one red, and we'd have to colour in this one red, and we'd have to colour in this one red. Okay, so that's showing you what we mean by symmetry, and you might need to just get the adult that's with you to help explain it a little better if you're struggling with that. Okay, so what about this one? Let's have a look at the lines of symmetry again. It goes down and across. Each of these four sections is exactly the same as the other section. So you can see if you folded that in half and folded it in half again, you get something that is perfectly symmetrical, perfectly. And that is how they repeat on and on and on. So that's what we're going to look at. Now, we are going to do a design together. I'm going to try and do this in a slightly different way to my usual recorded lessons. So let's get out of this presentation and go over to my camera and make myself big. Hello. So this is the page that you've got in your booklet, and you can see we're going to try doing a really exciting symmetrical pattern. So it's not a square, but it's actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. So it's what calls an eight-pointed star. And you can see for each of these points it has to be exactly the same as the other points. So let's start off with something really simple. Let's just put a red dot in. If I was to put a red dot just here, where else would I need to put a red dot? I'll put them in and you can tell me whether you think I'm right. So you would have to put in red dots in exactly the same place in all of the other sections. Now, what about if I was to put in a line like this? Where else would I have to put lines in? I'm going to draw them on. You tell me if you think I'm right. Obviously, your version is going to be much more beautiful than mine because I'm not a very good artist. And you will be doing amazing art practice with Mr. Yusuf and all sorts of people. You're much better practice than I am. Right, so can you see I've drawn that pattern all the way around? So it is exactly the same on each one. You could put in sort of a kind of line like that. And just finish up drawing these. Oh, it looks like a lot of sad faces. That wasn't supposed to happen. But there we go. So you can see I've repeated that line all the way around. Now, I want you to have a go at doing your own version of this. So let me just shrink myself down again. There I am. I would like you to have a go at doing your own version of this, not on that slide, but on this one. And here are some pattern examples for you to inspire you. So again, we're looking at the shapes they're using. We're looking at the patterns that they're using. We're looking at the colours that they're using. I cannot wait to see some of the designs that you come up with. They are going to be amazing. And you might want to trace a copy of that so that you can maybe try doing 1 or 2 different designs. You could even try cutting out different coloured paper and doing it that way. But anyway, you've got the chance to make your own Islamic tile there, and that's going to be your main project for RE now. So it's been really nice speaking to you. I'm really excited to see what you come up with these tiles. Don't forget you can go backwards and forwards in this video and pause at different points for some inspiration. But yeah, let's see what you can come up with. It's going to look amazing. See you later, Year 3.